Maruti has lost a lot of money and helped all of their rival manufacturers by launching the eVitara so late because it is genuinely a very, very good electric car. The eVitara is a car for the cool uncles in the family. Those gentlemen who are still not married and are living life the way they want to while occasionally shouldering family responsibilities. Now imagine this. You're taking on your nephew or your niece to the school. Can be done. They can be seated in comfort and you can drive at a very leisurely pace to work. To their school, drop them off and then drive like a hooligan all the way wherever you want, and this car supports it. And that is the beauty of the eVitara. It is not as stiffly sprung as a driver's car. It is not as, high strung either. It's a very relaxed car that can become enjoyable to drive whenever you want it. So I would call it neutral. And neutral is an extremely good thing to have in the modern world because as people, we also have different moods, different things that we want from each time we get into a car. And this one supports all of it. Now, in terms of battery packs, we have two. I think you should spend the extra money and get the one with the bigger battery pack, which gives a claimed range of 543 kilometers. Right now, it is available only as a front-wheel drive, but given the potential of the chassis and the way the car handles, I think an all-wheel drive would be very well placed in this lovely car. So in terms of refinement, again, Maruti is a manufacturer that understands exactly what the Indian consumer wants, which is practicality. Now, this is no Rolls-Royce on the inside, but once the window goes up, there is a distinct difference in the ambient noise. And this is as good a cocoon as any other car in this segment. Like all electric cars, the eVitara is also very quick. It's not exactly foaming at the mouth, but acceleration is quicker than you can think, especially if you're moving from an ICE to the EV. One thing that we would improve about this car, a suggested improvement because it's just that good to drive, are the brakes. They are not the sharpest in the segment, and I feel like a little more bite, a little more urgency can give the driver a little bit more confidence to drive the wheels off this thing. A lot of spec sheet and brochure warriors may not be very impressed with the eVitara by looking at the literature, but then they don't know what they're missing out on and they have to drive this car before passing a judgment on it. Because as a driver, as somebody who enjoys driving, it is my opinion that the eVitara is the best layout in the segment right now. There is a small screen here that serves the purpose of the infotainment and plenty of storage, all the essential items that you need from an electric car. Plus, most of the essential controls are buttons and knobs. And this steering wheel, this is the first time I've really appreciated a steering wheel that's not round, and especially in this segment, and it just feels very good to hold, and the driving seat itself feels like a very good place to be. And that experience, I am sad to say, is missing from a lot of electric cars today because they are moving into a spectrum where there are more of gadgets on wheels rather than cars powered by an electric motor. Like the rest of the car, the back seats are also extremely simple. In fact, too simple, because this seat is set to my height, which is 6'1", and that is exactly how much knee room, headroom, and leg room I have. There is absolutely no concept of under-thigh support. This thing folds down to become an armrest, and down here we have dedicated rear AC vents. That said, nothing else is available. For example, in this segment, we have sunshades. In some cars, there is rear ventilated seats. All of that is not available. So this car in this position is quite good for city runs, but on long drives, tall people may suffer a bit back here. One of the reasons why Maruti's cars sell like hot cakes is because they understand the amount of value that the Indian buyer places on practicality. This is a standard carry-on baggage for most airlines, and this boot can seat up to 3 of these in a row. And if you remove this parcel tray, 1 more row on top of that. When you go to test drive one of these cars, you're going to feel like it's an extremely small car when you drive it. But believe me, it is actually almost as big as the Creta. The Creta is just over 4.3 meters, and this one is just under 4.3 meters. And that is a point in its favor because it has the space but does not feel like a big car. The eVitara is a car that looks good, is comfortable, and very, very good to drive. And we are not a publishing house that gives a lot of priority to things like features and infotainment and so on. It plays music, it has a touchscreen, that's more than enough. So just because it does not have Dolby Atmos or triple screens, we are not going to take anything away from it. And for that reason, I feel compelled to give the eVitara a full 10 on 10 rating. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. This is Joshua Verghese signing off for MAT.